Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 2K accidentally leaking the Invincible Team USA cards that are coming out this week here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So if y'all watched my leak video on Friday, y'all already know what I'm talking about. But when the season playbook came out on Friday, 2K had the wrong image uploaded for this past week's Team USA Invincible cards. It was not this image right here that you see with last week's cards. Alonzo Mourning, Amari, Michael Redd, Emeka Okafor, J. Kidd, and Marbury. These cards are already out, and that is now updated to what it's supposed to be. But they accidentally put the wrong image here, which I thought was pretty hilarious. And we're going to go back and actually look at my video and just look at the cards that are coming out today because they already leaked it. So we don't have to wait for leaks this week to know what cards are coming tomorrow. And I will say this week's Invincible set actually looks pretty good. So we're going to talk about those cards in today's video. I'm doing this instead of a leak video because I'm going to be leaving this afternoon, doing some other stuff this afternoon, and then coming back and playing college football. So I am not trying to sit around and wait on leaks this afternoon, just making this video now instead, although it may still be uploaded this afternoon. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily My Team content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So the cards that have been announced to be coming out are Steve Smith, Patrick Ewing, Grant Hill, Gary Payton, Darren Williams, and Vin Baker. This is actually, in my opinion, a pretty good drop because Steve Smith is 6'8" at the shooting guard position. Grant Hill, 6'8" at the shooting guard position. Both of those guys already have very solid jump shots. Then you have Patrick Ewing, who is a 7-foot center. He's more of a power forward at this point in the year because of size, and his animations on his dark matter currently are terrible. But I do have reason to believe that he will be getting changed animations, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Then you got Gary Payton, who may not be the best card in the world, but I think he's a pretty popular name. He's going to be an exceptional defender for his size, decent player, but like he'll be okay. He won't be amazing, but he'll be okay. Darren Williams has a really good release. Now he'll probably still be the worst and least desirable of these Invincibles, but he's not awful. And then Vin Baker's a 6'10" dude who probably will be small forward eligible, I would guess, although he might be power forward center. I'm not totally sure. With that being said, I think last year, did Vin Baker get a card? I'm just going to start with looking at Vin Baker just because I want to know. I feel like he had a small forward eligible card last year. I didn't have caps lock on accidentally. No, he had power forward center. Okay, but he's what, 6'10", 7'3" wingspan? I mean, that's not horrible size at the power. It's not great at the power forward position, but it's not terrible. And also, I don't think he has a card this year. If he does, Vin Baker. Okay, he does have a card. It's this season 2 Paul Millsap base. That's not a terrible jump shot. He's got Kemba Escape as a base card too. Actually, this card might be kind of tough. 6'11" is what he's listed at this year as well, so he's going to be an inch taller. That's a W. All right, so you're going to get a 6'11" power forward, maybe small forward eligible. I doubt it, but it's possible. Guaranteed to have at least solid SIGs and a solid release, even if they don't change stuff, because they'll definitely change his dribble style. Kemba Escape is already a W, and then his release is already probably pretty solid as well. So that's a card that kind of we don't need this page anymore, that kind of automatically should be a good card, even if he is the least known name of any of these players. Vin Baker should actually, I would think, be a really, really good card. So that's a solid card to start with. Darren Williams and Gary Payton, I understand those aren't super exciting names at this point in the year because GP's what, 6'4", and I think will likely be semi-limited. I mean, he already has an Opal card that wasn't terrible, but his jumper's not amazing. So unless he gets a changed jumper, you're probably looking at a dude that, even if he does get changed SIGs, which he needs them, but even if he does, he's probably not going to be an unbelievably incredible card, but that's okay. Darren Williams will be fun to use, a good 3-hunting PG if nothing else, because his Pink Diamond was a really good 3-hunting PG. It was a fun card to use with really good SIGs early. He came out in March before we were getting a lot of like legitimate 3-hunting guards, and he had Kyrie dribble style, Kemba Escape, I think Jamal Murray behind the back, and a really solid release as well. It was only on quick as well, so he'll get his release on very quick, which is a pretty nice release. Then he'll have really good SIGs. Obviously he's a bit undersized, but he'll be a fun short PG to use at the very minimum with really nice animations. So that's an okay card. And then you get to the guys who are probably the really exciting ones: Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Patrick Ewing. All three of these guys, meh. Not insane. Probably Vin Baker's the best of the three, but not incredible. But the thing about this drop is there's like 4 or 5 cards that are actually going to be desirable out of this equal chance pack instead of just 1 or 2, which has kind of been the way the other drops are. Because Grant Hill, I mean, already as a base, just as this Galaxy Opal was a really solid card. He was missing a movable enforcer. This is kind of an older card, came out in February, but he was one of the first really good shooting guards in the game. Half handles for days already, insane stats and badges, super complete already as an Opal, so he'll be even more complete. Obviously as an Invincible, all these cards are going to be insanely complete with badges and stuff. So he'll now be this type of card, but with Hoff and Move 1 Force or Hoff Break Wall, all that type of stuff. Already had Pro 2 Fade, already had a really good release, already had really nice SIGs as well. If they change his behind the back to Jamal Murray, you're looking at a dude who's 6'8" at the 2, really elite card if you get him for free. Going to have super complete animations and just be super duper solid as a whole. So I think this is a card that is going to be a stud, without a doubt. I think Grey Hill's really good. But here's the thing. Grey Hill's probably going to be the third best card in this drop, because Steve Smith, he hasn't gotten a card since his Amethyst early in the year. But this card's jumper as an Amethyst was cash. Super nice. KCP base is one of the best bases in the game. Y'all know who else has KCP base? Wilt Chamberlain, Josh Smith, Gilbert Arenas. 3 of the best jumpers in the game. If y'all have used any of these cards, y'all know how good this jump shot is. Jack Sigma, if y'all used this Diamond Jack Sigma early in the year, or even Ruby Jack Sigma early in the year, you know how good the KCP base is for a card. One of the best catch and shoot bases in the entire game, and an elite level off the dribble base as well. I understand his SIGs right now are not great, but this is an Amethyst card that came out in October. You're going to have a release on very quick. High percentage chance they change his fade, but even if not, normal fade is just fine. And then the SIGs are all going to change. He's going to have totally different SIGs, likely will have pretty much perfect SIGs, as almost every card does at this point in the year. So this is a dude who's got elite level size at the 3, will have perfect, or at the 2, I should say, will have perfect stats and badges at the 2, of course, and will now have elite level animations and already is guaranteed to have a truly top tier release, even if they don't change anything else about the card. He will be a very good option at the shooting guard position. I think he's an absolutely exceptional card. And then you cap it off with Patrick Ewing, who, yes, does not have great animations. 2K knows that his animations are really bad. People do not like Patrick Ewing's jump shot in my team. You know who else's jump shot 2K people did not like? Is Alonzo Mourning. His Galaxy Opal had a bad jumper, and it was Shaq base, not a good jump shot. I would expect to see, similarly to this Alonzo Mourning, a changed jump shot on Patrick Ewing. Will he get Scottie Pippen base? Probably not, but he will get a similarly fast base, likely a changed upper as well. They did it with Alonzo last week. He was the one who really needed his jump shot changed out of last week's drop, had bad animations, and they changed it and made him, by the way, the best card from last week's drop. Exceptionally elite, super complete stats and badges, really versatile, and I truly believe Patrick Ewing is going to be in that same category. Not to mention, at 240 pounds, he's light enough to trigger behind the back as well. So if he gets Jamal Murray behind the back or the Curry slide, he will be able to trigger that animation, which is something that's going to be really nice to the power forward position. He's got a couple more inches on Mourning height wise. This card could very easily just wind up being a better Alonzo Mourning. And I think this drop, I mean, I have not said that any of these drops are really worth grinding the Invincible Equal Chance pack, but if you are still playing my team at this point, which I understand a lot of people are not, and a lot of people are probably moving towards playing college football in the meantime, or waiting until 2K25, or maybe just done with my team, period. And if that's you, I honestly don't blame you in the slightest. But for those people out there who are still playing the game, and that's what this content is mainly targeted towards, this might be the best. This is the best Invincible Equal Chance pack that they've dropped yet. I wish it was an option pack, obviously, but this will be really good content. Not really good content. It'd be really good content if it was an option pack. But it's not awful content, and I think you actually are going to have like an over 50% chance to get a card that you really want this week, which is a very good improvement upon the last few drops. Now, if you spend 2 hours grinding out this Equal Chance pack and you get Gary Payton or Darren Williams, that's the frustrating part of this whole system of content. But I can't do anything about that. So it is what it is. I hope y'all did enjoy the video, and for those of y'all out there who are grinding the game, I hope y'all are looking forward to this drop tomorrow, because it should be solid. Before we hop into the video, or I'm sorry, that's gonna do it for this one. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.